grade 6, welcome back to my channel. For our quarter 3 week 5 lesson, you will learn the mathematical relation between the speed, distance, and time. And for today's objectives, you will going to calculate speed from distance traveled in a given time and solve problems involving average rate and speed. Okay, to start with, let us know what is the definition of a speed. So when we say speed, it is a scalar quantity that refers to how fast an object is moving. So meaning, we will get the speed of a moving object. The faster the object moves, the higher the speed is. And it covers a relatively long distance in a short amount of time. Another definition is the ratio between the distance traveled and time traveled of an object. So meaning, speed is also equivalent to the distance and time of an object. So let's take a look at this triangle. So this triangle, we're going to use this in diverting a formula. So to get the speed, we're going to use this formula. Okay, so since we are looking for the speed, that will be speed is equal to, so from the triangle, we're going to use, the distance over, time. So we have this speed is equal to distance over time. The following table lists units in common use for speed and their abbreviations. So to calculate the speed, we need to have the distance and time. So what are the unit of measures in distance? So we have miles, kilometers, meters, feet, and centimeters. How about in time? So the usually or the common use unit of measure is the hours and seconds. So when we calculate now the speed using the miles and hours, so the unit of measure will be miles per hour with this abbreviation. And if it is kilometers and hours, so we have kilometers per hour with km per h or kph. Okay, that can use also by kph. Okay, if it is meters and hours, so we have meters per hour. If it is meters per seconds, we have meters per second. If we have feet and seconds, so we have feet per second. And if it is centimeters and seconds, so we have centimeters per second. Okay, so let's have an example. Let's determine the average speed of a car that travels 2 hours. So the given here are distance with 100 miles and the time with 2 hours. So how are we going to get the average speed here? So we will going to apply, or we're going to use speed is equal to distance and time. So let us substitute the formula. So we have distance, which is 100 miles, and time which is 2 hours. So we have 100 divided by 2 hours. So our answer here will be 50 miles per hour or 50 mph. Okay, so let's have another example. Jessica drives from Manila to Baguio with a distance of 160 km in 4 hours. She then drives from Baguio to Benguet with a distance of 90 km in 1 hour and 30 minutes. Determine her average speed for each journey. So let us use a table for us to determine the given. Okay, so from Manila to Baguio, the distance is 160 km and the time is 4 hours. And then in Baguio to Benguet, the distance is 90 km and then the time is 1 hour and 30 minutes. Okay, so let's have first the Manila to Baguio. So since we are looking for the average speed, so the formula we are going to use here is speed is equal to distance and over time. So the distance here is 160 and the time is 4. So we have 160 divided by 4. The answer here is 40 km per hour or 40 km over hour. Okay, so let's have the Baguio to Benguet. So same here, we have the formula speed is equal to distance over time. So let's substitute this. The distance is 90 km and the time is 1 hour and 30 minutes. So we will going to express this 1 hour and 30 minutes into two forms. So the first one can be in decimal form, which is 1.5. So bakit hindi siya 1.3? Kasi 30 minutes is a half of 1 hour. So definitely gagamit tayo ng 0.5. Or pwede rin naman tayong gumamit into fractional form. So we have here 1 and 30 minutes is 1/2. So we have 1 and 1/2. So if you're going to use this one, we'll change this one into improper form. So that will become, okay, wait. Change natin. Okay, so that will become 2 times 1 is equal to 2 plus 1 is 3. So we have here 3 over 2. Okay, 3 over 2 hours. So let's first use this 90 km over 1.5. So we have here 60 km per hour or 60 km over hour. So pag ginamit natin yung fraction, so we have here 90 over 3 halves. Okay, so let us solve this one. So we have 90 times 3 halves. Okay, so we have 90 times 2 is equal to 180, then divided by 3. So the answer is also the same. 180 divided by 3 is 60 km per hour. Let's have another example. Johnny can type 960 words in 20 minutes. Calculate his typing speed in A, words per minute, and in B, words per hour. So, dalawa yung kailangan nating hanapin dito. So, sa speed, hindi lang car ang kinukuha natin. Pwede rin siya in how fast you are working. So, halimbawa nito yung typing of words. Okay. So, let's have, so the given here, our number of words is 900 per hour, 960 per hour, and the time here is 20 minutes. So, kunin muna natin yung letter A. So, wala tayong problema dyan dahil minutes naman yung kinukuha. So, move tayo sa solution. So, the formula here will also be the same since speed ang nawawala. So, we have, okay, speed is equal to distance over time. So, the distance here is 960 words. And then the time is 20 minutes. So 960 divided by 20. So the answer there is 48 words per minute. Okay, so let's move to the second problem. We are looking for the words per hour. Okay, so since hour siya, kailangan nating i-express si minutes into hours. So, 20 minutes of hours. So, that will, alam natin na in 1 hour, there are 60 minutes. So, we're going to have 20 minutes times 1 hour over 60. So, first, we have to multiply 20 times 1 hour. So, we have 20 over 60 hours. And then, we will going to simplify this one into lowest term. So we have, okay, divided by 20. So 20 over 20. Okay, so 20 divided by 20 is 1. 60 divided by 20 is 1/3 hour. So 20 minutes will be 1/3 hour. Okay, so let's move to the formula. Speed is equal to distance and time. So the distance here is 960 words and the time is 1/3 hour. So we're going to apply the division rule in solving fraction by using the reciprocal. So since naka-division siya, so when we use reciprocal, we're going to flip the 1/3 into 3/1. So that will become 960 times 3r over 1. So, pag minultiply natin si 960 times 3, so mawawala na dito si 1. So, we have 960 times 3. So, the answer there is 2,880 words per hour. Okay, so paano naman kapag si distance and time yung nawawala? So, first, let us identify what is a distance and what is a time. So when we say distance, it is a total length of a space between two positions. So distance means yung layo, okay? And then the time is the quantity measured or measurable period during which an action, process, or condition exists or continues. So pag sinabi naman natin time, yung haba ng oras na ginawa yung action. Okay, so the relationship between the speed, distance, and time can be expressed in the following equation. Okay, using this triangle again, so alam natin na kapag ang hinahanap natin is speed, okay, so all we have to do is to divide the distance and the time. So we have here speed is equal to distance and time. How about kapag ang hinahanap naman natin ay distance? So, ang natira dito yung S and T. So, ang gagawin na lang natin dito is we're going to multiply. So, we have here distance is equal to speed times time. How about kapag time naman yung nawawala? Okay, so meaning we're going to divide the distance and speed. So, we have here time is equal to distance over speed. Okay, let's take a look at this example. Drew drives at an average speed of 45 miles per hour on a journey of 135 miles. How long does the journey take? So first, let us determine what are the given here. So the given here is average speed, which is 45 miles per hour. So that is actually the speed. And then, how about the 135 miles? So that is, okay, distance. So now, what is being asked in the problem? How long does the journey take? So, gaano daw kahaba o katagal yung journey niya? So definitely, we are looking for the time. Okay. So, since nawawala si time, and ang given lang dito ay si distance and speed. So, kapag ganito, nasa taas yung isa, nasa baba yung isa, ang gagamitin natin dyan ay division. So, our formula for this will be, okay, time is equal to distance over speed. So, let us substitute. So, we have distance, 135 miles, and the speed is 45 miles per hour. So, we have 135 divided by 40. So, the answer there is 3 hours. So, Drew's journey takes 3 hours. Okay, so let's have an example number 2. Jana cycles at an average speed of 8 miles per hour. If he cycles for 6.5 hours, how far does he travel? So, let us determine the given here. Okay, so we have here the average speed of 8 miles per hour. Okay, and then 6.5 hours. So definitely that is a time. So the given here is speed is equal to 8 miles per hour and the time is equal to 6.5 hours. So what is being asked here? How far does he travel? So pag sinabing how far, gaano kalayo? So ano yung nawawala? Okay. So definitely ang nawawala dyan ay distance. So kapag ang speed and time magkatabi. So, ang gagamitin natin dyan na operation is multiplication. So, the formula will be distance is equal to speed times time. Okay, so let us substitute. So, speed is 8 miles per hour and the time is 6 and 1/2 hour. So, hindi natin pwedeng i-multiply si 8 kay 6 and 1/2 hour. So, anong gagawin natin? We're going to express this one into decimal. So, since ang 1/2, that is, okay, 0.5. So, that will become 6.5. So, we have 8 times 6.5. So, the answer there is 52 miles. So, kung gusto nyo namang gamitin natin into fraction, so, kailangan muna natin i-change so 6 and 1/2 into improper fraction. So, we have 2 times 6 is equal to 12 plus 1 is 13 over 2. Okay, so we have here 8 times 13 over 2. So, pwede na tayong gumamit dito ng cancellation. So, cancel natin siya by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. And then, 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4. Okay, so 4 times 13. So, the answer there is 52. Okay. So, the distance traveled by Jana is 52 miles. Okay, let's have the example number 3. Jasmine has to travel a total of 351 km. She travels the first 216 km in 4 hours. So in letter A, calculate her average speed for the first part of the journey. And in letter B, if her average speed remains the same, calculate the total time for the complete journey. So let's first have the letter A. Okay, so we are looking for the speed, the average speed, which is what are the given here. The 216 km, which is the distance, and the 4 hours, which is the time. So the formula we were going to use here is speed is equal to distance over time. So the distance here is 216 and time is 4 hours. So 216 divided by 4, the answer here is 54 km per hour. So the average speed here is 54. Now in letter B, if her average speed remains the same, which is 54 km per hour, calculate the total time for the complete journey. So ang hahanapin natin dito is the time. Since given na si distance, which is 351 km, and nasolve na natin yung average speed, which is 54 km per hour. So, our formula will be time is equal to distance over speed. So, the distance here is 351 km and then the speed is 54 km per hour. So, 351 divided by 54. So, the answer here is 6.5 hours or 6 hours and 30 minutes. The following learning task for week 5. Good luck! In learning task 1, you have to complete the table by solving the speed, distance, and time. So let us answer number 1. Okay, so since speed yung nawawala dito, so definitely our formula will be speed is equal to, shinorten ko na lang siya, okay, distance over time. Okay, so the distance here is 300. Okay, 320. And the time here is 8. Okay, so 320 divided by 8. So the answer there will be 4. Okay, 40. And the unit we're going to use is miles. So M per miles per hour. Okay, so 40 mph.